This is my dissertation analysis. My name is Derrick-Accéus. The dissertation I chose was called Teacher Preparatory Programs, First Year Teachers' Readiness for Dealing with Student Diversity. And it is written by Dr. Donna M. Accusoti. This is the link you can use to find the dissertation on ProQuest. You can log in through your UNF credentials and find the dissertation. She is currently the assistant superintendent for a district in New York. I found that out by doing some Google research on LinkedIn and found that out. I thought that was very interesting. It was for the same district that the dissertation was done in. I chose this dissertation because I have a high interest in diversity courses and teacher preparation programs. I believe it's imperative for teachers to have knowledge of students with diverse backgrounds before entering the field. I didn't have a whole lot of experience with diverse backgrounds, so when I started teaching, I was kind of thrown for a loop about a few different things. I was lucky enough to go to UNF with my master's program in elementary education, and I chose the field of TESOL for my concentration, which meant I had a lot more diversity courses, especially in multiculturalism and language. So that was very wonderful to learn about the different cultures and have a little bit deeper understanding of students from different backgrounds. Why did I choose this dissertation? I chose this dissertation because I have an interest in teaching students of diverse backgrounds and because of the salad bowl theory. I didn't have a whole lot of experience with diverse background, so when I started teaching, I was kind of thrown for a loop about a few different things. I was lucky enough to go to UNF with my master's program in elementary education, and I chose the field of TESOL for my concentration, which meant I had a lot more diversity courses, especially in multiculturalism and language. So that was very wonderful to learn about the different cultures and have a little bit deeper understanding of students from different backgrounds. But teachers should have, even if it's not that deep of understanding, just kind of a basic understanding of different diverse students. There are many different kinds of diversity within students. Here are a few of the ones that are outlined in this dissertation. We have multicultural students, talking about ESOL students, different ELLs coming from different cultural backgrounds, religion, and other aspects like that. Also, students that are in the LGBTQIA plus community, and students of color, mainly within urban education backgrounds, and students with differing abilities. That can mean anything from ESE students to gifted students as well. This dissertation is very important because the United States continues to rise in multiculturalism, and that does in the field of education as well. We've shifted from the melting pot theory to the salad bowl theory. Rather than cultures coming to the United States and kind of melding together into one melting pot, not retaining any of their identity, we are now kind of like a salad bowl instead. So the ingredients in a salad, like the lettuce, the tomatoes, all that stuff, retains what it is. It continues to keep its religion, different languages, and different cultural aspects like that. This also relates to the population of student diversity, which has shifted throughout the years and is becoming more and more diverse as we go throughout time. As you can see in this picture that I included, We have the cultural iceberg. At the top is a lot of things we learn in basic diversity courses or just throughout our experience. Things like world bazaars and bringing in food from different cultures. That's kind of just on the surface, finding out about their flags, what they wear, dances, games, even language is just kind of a surface idea. And then to dive deeper into that, we can find out about their understanding of courtesy and leadership, attitudes towards people like teachers, which would be very imperative for us to learn. Facial expressions, eye contact, things like that are all very important as you are a teacher. Data gathered in this dissertation was collected using qualitative narrative data, speaking with the participants and transcribing the words verbatim. Participants were first-year elementary teachers in New York, and the problem of practice was first-year teachers' feelings of preparedness with students of diversity. Terms defined in the dissertation are culture, a fluid, ever-changing structure of social beliefs, cognitive ciphers, behavioral standards, worldviews, and principle used to give a sense of order and meaning to our own lives as well as others' lives. Culture unconsciously informs our thinking, beliefs, and behaviors, which determines how we learn and teach. Culturally responsive teaching, or CRT. Making educational opportunities and activities more relevant and effective for diverse learners through the knowledge of culture, previous experiences, frames of reference, strengths, and learning styles. And the last one, diverse learners. Student groups identified as those whose academic achievement is influenced by culture, disability, ethnicity, gender, language, race, and socioeconomic status. The problem of practice in this dissertation was focused on the lack of teacher support, so teachers feeling inadequate in identifying, addressing, and assisting students, student diversity, like defining and labeling students, and student understanding of diversity, from students who are too young to understand labels and adults who do not react or may not agree with the labeling of students. The main themes found in the literature review were reframing teacher thinking, so for teachers, to be responsive to all needs and societal norms, to reframe instruction from the field experiences and hands-on learning for teachers and discussions of these topics, and teacher reflection, so for teachers to confront their own attitudes and prejudices, and non-academic skills. The problem of practice. I have it outlined here. The main problems of the practice are lack of teacher support, student diversity, and student understanding of diversity. The themes that the author found in their review of literature were reframing teacher thinking, reframing instruction, teacher reflection, and non-academic skills. Our first participant is Brittany. She grew up at a school with a high lack of diversity. So 99% of the students were Caucasian, white, and throughout her teacher prep program, she had one course in diversity. The conclusion about Brittany was that she wanted to be perceived as the perfect teacher with a perfect class. She thought she was doing well with diversity and did not need any extra help with that. Our next participant was Ellen. She came from a somewhat diverse background, and she admitted to struggling with classroom management and behavior. She knows that her background is different from her students, so she uses that to better her students' understanding. The next participant was Mary. Mary was also not from a very diverse background, but her students are from lower socioeconomic statuses, and she noted that she spent a lot of money on her own supplies and for parties and things like that. The last participant was Deb. Deb was struggling with extreme behaviors and academic gaps with her students. She was the one who was closest to following the best course of diversity with students. She used her students' backgrounds for relevant materials and engagement. The conclusion gathered from this dissertation was that teacher preparatory programs must incorporate real-world experiences and field experiences with diverse students. This can all culminate together to create a culture of tolerance and respect within teachers in their classrooms. The conclusion from the dissertation was that teacher preparatory programs must include more diversity courses. Teachers need to learn to create a culture of tolerance and respect in their classroom. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I know I definitely did. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.